Hello and welcome to the party. This is MegaPhilX and here I am playing X Challenge Vol.2 Stage 3 on hard mode. And this one has been ridiculously difficult for me. I don't know. More difficult than Stage 2 with Pegasus and Tiger. But here this stage with Mandrill and Crab is actually lots of fun, at least for me. I like to fight these two at the same time. Unfortunately, once Mandrill is down, it's a little bit annoying fighting Crab, because, you know, Crab is a pain in the ass. But anyway, what you need to do here is, the key I think is that you shouldn't always charge the Buster fully for this one. Well, primarily I use just the Buster for these two because I want to keep my weapons for the other two fights. Specifically, I want to keep the Acid and Soul Body for the next one, the second one. So here I'm just bustering these two guys. And another strat is keep in mind that you have the hover. It's your friend in this fight to dodge the sparks and not get hit by Mandrill's dash. So as I was saying, charging the Buster to mid-level is a good idea with this. Shoot Mandrill with these half-charged shots as much as possible, just to get rid of him as quickly as you can. Other than that, if you wait for a full charge every time, it's gonna reduce your damage outputs and it's gonna take too long to get rid of one of them. Besides, the fully charged shot does the same damage as the mid-charged shot for Mandrill. So yeah, that's basically it. They're quite fun to fight, these two. Unfortunately now, it's Crab by himself. And you're gonna tell me like, but Phil, why don't you jump above him to trigger his like vertical, you know, when he jumps vertically up to hit you with his pincers. That's because in this version of Crab, he doesn't always cancel whatever he's doing to do that. So he's a bit unpredictable is what he is. Like, so the safest bet is to just stay away from him and keep charging your Buster and firing fully charged shots to get rid of his bubble, and also getting rid of the little crabs like here, or interrupt him before he can even, you know, deploy them. And that's it, because if I try to jump above him all the time, there's gonna be some times where it just jumps right in my face and I get hit. So I find that the safest way to deal with him is to just do that, stay far. Like here I try to do the tactics of jumping above him, just, you know, for variety. But as you see, sometimes he will not jump above, not try to hit you when you're above, and he will just keep walking and then jump into you. So it's yeah, Crab sucks. I hate fighting Crab. It takes way too long, and meanwhile if I fail the next fight I'm gonna have to go against Crab again. So it just makes the fight longer. Of course, if I had the spinning wheel, is it called? Anyway, Gator's weapon, which is Crab's weakness, it would be way easier. But the thing is that I enjoyed this fight and I want to leave it like that and keep my weapons for the next one, because this next one with Peacock and Rhino, it's really tricky if you don't get rid of Rhino fast. Because see, you need to get rid of Rhino fast, and what I hate about Rhino is that he always does these fake rams. Like, well, here I'm just killing myself because I can't beat them with this low health. But the thing is that Rhino will look like he's gonna ram you, but then he's gonna stop and fire drills in all directions. And this is super annoying. And it's really a mess when you try to buster him. But the thing is that you need also to take to this fight, you need to take the soul body here to cancel. Look, see what I did here? To cancel Peacock's homing missile attack. Because if you don't, those things deal crazy amounts of damage in hard mode. So see now, like, Rhino is at half health already, so I'm not gonna have to deal with too much of his crap anymore. When moving to the other side of the room, make sure you lure Peacock to appear in a spot that's safe for you. But the thing is that I switch weapons via the pause menu because it just allows you to switch instantaneously and getting rid of any projectiles that were already on screen. Because if you try to switch via the L and R buttons, the game won't allow you to switch weapons if there are still projectiles on screen. So the best bet is to go to the pause menu, switch to the soul body and get rid of Peacock. Interrupt Peacock's homing missiles that way. So now that only Peacock is left, don't get careless because he can be very sneaky. Don't stand in the middle of the screen. Hold on, here. It's pretty easy once you get the hang of it. I do this because I don't want to waste soul body ammo. But yeah, when you're at ground level and he keeps teleporting like that, don't go in the middle to wait for him. Wait for him a little bit on the side so that sometimes he will appear on top of you, sometimes it will appear in the center of the room, and the thing is that if you're in the center, you're in a bad spot to get away from him if he decides to appear a little bit ahead of you. It's hard to explain, but the best way to do this is this method that I found. Of course, head for the wall if you see that you're gonna get hit by his tail attack. Because his tail attack deals crazy damage. You don't want to get hit by that. Look at that crazy dodge with the missile. Die! Alright. So yeah, once only Peacock is left, it gets a bit easier, but you have to develop some strategy because see, when I was at the ground level, dodging him, remain on the ground, just do a dash on the ground, because if he appears in the air, you're gonna jump right into him. So don't jump, just dash to avoid this teleport. Now, this is the worst. These guys. Now in this attempt, I'm doing pretty good, and I got a bit lucky. So what you want to do is use the ray splasher, but only at certain times. First, what you need to do is fire a fully charged shot to stun IMAX like this, and then hit him with a ray splasher shot. The tricky thing is that sometimes the splasher shots won't hit him, so you have to wait a little bit before firing, or just make sure that you, like, sometimes it won't work for some reason and it's super annoying. IMAX wouldn't be a problem because he's predictable, but the thing is that there's Vile just jumping around everywhere, and you don't want to get hit by the following things. You don't want to get hit by IMAX at all. You don't want to get hit by the fire that Vile shoots, or get hit by Vile himself. Vile himself is not as bad, but a fire and a IMAX's attacks are the worst. If you get hit by shots from Vile, it's the best thing because they don't deal a lot of damage. So what I do is stun IMAX, fire a shot from the Ray Splasher, then keep holding the Ray Splasher button and charge it so that I can fire the charge attack of the Ray Splasher. Why I do this is because Vile doesn't take that much damage from the Ray Splasher. So it's best to fire the charge shot like that because it deals way more damage and it makes the fight more manageable for me, because I tried countless times just shooting Vile with the Buster as much as I could and just shooting him with the Ray Splasher as much as I could, and it didn't work for me because Vile would just still have health and I was completely dead. So yeah, fire the charged Ray Splasher in the middle of the screen if you can. Anyway, fire the Ray Splasher charge shot wherever you can fire it that it won't get destroyed by someone nearby. So don't fire it where IMAX is gonna be, don't fire it where Vile is gonna jump. Just whenever you have a clear shot at IMAX after he's been stunned, fire the Ray Splasher and hold the button to charge it, then release the charged attack. Hopefully it's gonna hit Vile for massive damage and it's gonna, you know, shorten the fight a lot. With Vile around, things can degenerate real fast in this fight, and before you know it, you're dead. Stupid paralyzing shots. You're gonna hate these things. Now, once only Vile is once only IMAX is left, it's pretty easy. He does always the same thing. Either he creates a shield, or he fires a big energy orb like that. The shield is easy, fire the charge shot, hit him with Soul Body, which I have plenty of ammo now. Soul Body hits him harder than Ray Splasher, and it's more reliable. That's why I keep Soul Body ammo as much as I can. Ray Splasher is okay, but after fighting Vile, you're gonna be out of Ray Splasher. You're gonna have less Ray Splasher. When he does the energy orb, just stay close to the wall so that you can climb the wall if he does an orb like this. And as soon as the orb comes out, climb the wall and jump away from the wall. Don't remain on the wall for too long, because I died that way and it was very frustrating. Climb the wall, jump away from the wall. Because if you stay on the wall, the orb is gigantic. So as soon as the orb is going up the wall, you're gonna get hit if you're still there. So get away from that wall and fire a charge shot at him. So yeah, that's pretty much it. At this point, it's just, you know, watch out for what he does. Oh, one thing you have to avoid. That's why you need to keep your special weapons ammo, because if you try to destroy his shield with buster shots in order to expose him for a weapon that would normally not hit through the shield, such as the acid or something else, if you keep destroying his shield, eventually he's gonna go in the middle of the screen and do his like super berserk desperation final attack, and you don't want him to do that because it's hard to dodge and it just shoots energy orbs all over the place and it's gonna kill you. So the safest bet is to, you know, keep your ammo for the special weapons and just, you know, finish him off that way. And yeah, that's it. Vile is the most annoying thing in this fight because I got lucky here a little bit because he didn't freeze me that much, but his ammo that stuns you and then he grabs you is the worst thing ever. And then he stuns you and you just fall right into one of IMAX's attacks. That was crazy. So yeah, that's the best I can do for this one. I beat this one twice. because the first time I didn't record it. Luckily, this recorded attempt was way better. I didn't get hit as much. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this. See you next time. Bye.